He's a real estate novice. And he never
On this
found
episode
time
of Across All Borders Going Far and Beyond,
talking
join
with
me
Lady
on my
who's
day
still
tour
a
to
lady,
Bay of
and
Fires with
probably
Dave.
will be for life.
I did not have a lot of time to spend in Launceston, but I wanted to see as much as I could. Once I arrived my accommodation, the Country Club Tasmania, I immediately started to search for day tours, and I found a wine tour, a tour to Cradle Mountain, but it was the Bay of Fires tour that caught my attention because it covered multiple stops. So, welcome to the Lavender farm in Tasmania, actually not far from Launceston. This is the biggest lavender farm in Australia, 145 acres of lavender. Crazy, crazy, crazy. We're going to go to the shop later. I'm just showing you a little bit around. Let's go. Let's go into the tour details. It takes approximately 10 hours. Pickup is usually at 8:30 in the morning for hotels in the center. Since I was staying a little bit out at the country club, Dave mentioned he needed to pick me up at 8. You get dropped off at around 6:30. As it is a group tour, the tour actually starts when all guests have been picked up. We had 4 stops in total with 2 breaks. The first stop was at a lavender farm. This was amazing to see so much lavender. Dave gave us some information about the farm, how lavender oil is made, and we got to have some lavender ice cream. Cool thing was there was an artist there with his guitar, so the background music you're hearing in this video is from the artist. Shout out to him. Afterwards, we headed over to bakery for our first break, and we grabbed some pastries and drinks. Then it was off to the rainforest. We learned so much about the different vegetation in Tasmania, why it's called a rainforest, and what it means when you hear about a rainforest in Tasmania. Then we made our way to 2 beach fronts. Beautiful, the sand just amazing, the color of the water, but it was windy and the water was cold. I did go in, so I don't know if this was something to do with the time of the year or not. And afterwards, of course, you immediately notice this huge, giant outcrops of rocks with orange color on it against the background of the water. Beautiful, beautiful scenery that you definitely have to see. We had one final stop to get something to eat, and then it was off back to town. So come along. If you'd like to know more about this tour, I've dropped the link of the website that I used to book my tour. With no further ado, enjoy a few minutes of my tour experience with Dave.
We are not going to get to the Bay of Fires till early afternoon. Way too long to sit in the bus. So we're going to have some stops along the way just to break up the journey. The first stop's going to be about 45 minutes time, so talk about 20 past 9, 25 past 9, and we're going to get to a lavender farm. Does anybody like lavender?
Yes.
It is a commercial farm. They grow the lavender for a specific reason, and when we get there I'm going to give you a talk on the lavender. I'm going to explain about the lavender, where it comes from, how they grow it, how they harvest.
Sing us that song, you're the piano man. Oh, sing us that song tonight, 'cause we're all in the mood for a melody. And you...
This is the commercial lavender, and this only flowers once a year. It comes from southern France, from the La Provence region in France. It was brought out here by English perfumer. His name was Charles Denny. He came out in 1922, so a little over 100 years ago. He chose Tasmania for 2 reasons. Firstly, this lavender needs a long dormant winter, and we offer that in Tasmania. We've got the 4 distinct seasons in Tasmania, so we can offer a nice cold winter for it, but also it doesn't like a lot of rain. Easiest and quickest way to kill lavender is to give it too much water, and Tasmania is Australia's second driest state. People think that because we're cold that we're wet, but it's not true. And the rain that we've had the last week is very unusual, very unusual. So it doesn't like a lot of rain, and all the other lavender farms in Europe They're in the northern hemisphere, and they flower in June, July. We flower in December, January. So Charles Denny was able to provide fresh oil through to the perfume makers through their off season. That's why he chose us. So if you look at one of these, this one's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 rows of flowers. And around each row you can see lots of little flowers. Some of them finished, some of them still popping out. There's about 8 to 10 flowers around each row. Can you see all the little flowers? Can you see all the lots of little flowers coming around each row? There's 8 to 10 flowers around each row. So some of them popped out, some of them have already finished. So 8 to 10 flowers around each row. Can you see all of them?
Yeah.
Can you see all the little flowers around each row? The process is called distilling. It's the same way we make whiskey.
Yeah, a bit like this.
Yeah, gin, but there's no alcohol in this because they're using water as the base. Yeah,
So they make alcohol. Do they make gin with lavender?
They use the flower as a botanical for gin. Yes, they
Yeah.
do get gins with with lavender in it,
Yeah.
but they're not making that here. This is all about oil.
All they think about is alcohol.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot of bees.
Yeah, a lot of bees. Yeah, they love it, and you can buy the honey in there.
That was the gin.
Yeah, yes. The bees,
That's
bees don't worry about you unless you're wearing purple. No, okay, you're fine.
What do they use it for, the oil?
Cosmetics, perfumes, soaps, and they'll add other things as well. You know, creams and aromatherapy.
Lavender oil is
Yeah,
Yeah, lavender.
very good. So that's my little talk. So you've got obviously photos, gift shop, toilets are in there as well. Purple ice cream. It's $9.40, and I'm going to give you an extra little bit of time because it's in colour. So I'll say 10:15.
10:15.
10:15.
Okay.
10:15.
Okay.
meeting at the van.
Yeah, meet at the bus at 10:15.
Perfect.
You okay? 10:15.
10:15.
Thank you.
10:15.
Yes.
Yes, sing
Oh my God, can you hear the bees zooming? This is crazy. It's crazy and it's beautiful. We are at a lavender farm, and what I want to tell you is that this plant in itself will have up to 30,000 flowers on it. It is the biggest lavender farm in Australia, I believe. The interesting thing about it is that when they are harvesting it, which is shortly before it starts seeding, the truck that takes it takes 250,000, and this 250,000 just provides 2.5. So it's not a lot. So they have to do a lot to get this. So we're gonna just walk around. You've seen that the other ones are a bit duller, but there's a reason for the rows. If you're looking at the rows, it's because this lavender does not, or any kind of lavender does not do well with water. So they make it in such a way that if it rains, the water does not remain within the plant because it will kill the plant. So that is why you see the beautiful carved rows you're seeing. Wow.
What a day for a daydream. What a day for this daydreaming boy. I'm lost in a sweet dream. I'm dreaming about
and down there,
bottle of joy.
it's,
Even if time
getting
ain't
purple
really
again.
on my side. Well, it's just a day to take a walk outside. It's the day to take a walk in the sun or laze about on a new mown lawn.
Okay, I need to put things away, or maybe I can show you my Tassie Devil. I haven't seen one yet, but that's my Tassie Devil bag. Okay, and guess what? Dave has a Tassie Devil on his property. So, still considering if I'm gonna ask Dave if I can go to his to see the Tassie Devil or the rest of his livestock. He's got so much. It's impressive. So I'm taking you through the lavender farm. Oh, I've got literally 15 minutes left, which includes a toilet break and some music. So let's go power down. It's crazy how time flies.
I'll be daydreaming for 1,000 years.
get a shirt.
I got one.
Yeah.
And a hat.
Morning.
Yes. So we're about to go into a rainforest. Has anybody been to a rainforest in Tasmania yet? So no one's told you what a rainforest is yet? People think a rainforest is an area that gets a lot of rain. It's not true. This area gets the same amount of rain as all the areas we've just driven through. But right now we're on the southern side of the hill. The sun comes up from the east. And the sun goes over the equator. But Tasmania is 41 to 43 degrees south of the equator. So for us, the sun is a northerly arc. And it sets in the west. So the eastern side of the hill, northern side of the hill, western side of the hill gets more sun, which dries it out. But we're on the south side here. Doesn't get as much sun coming through. And with a high canopy of trees, there's no sun getting to the ground, so it stays moist and damp. It's still not why it's called a rainforest. Because it's moist and damp, no fires. Because there's no fires, there's no eucalyptus. Now, for all the international people, all the big trees we've been driving through this morning have been called eucalyptus. And they need to burn. They have to burn. The heat and smoke from fires germinates their seeds. So they drop a seed pod. There'll be 3, 4, 5 seeds. And the only way those seed pods can germinate is with extreme heat or smoke. So the eucalyptus are always shredding their bark. The bark's always peeling off. They drop dead branches. The leaves have a lot of oil on them. So the tree's building up a fuel base around it. So when a fire comes along, it's got something to burn, heat and smoke germinate seeds, and a young tree will grow. Now, if you go past an area that's been burnt, the trees look dead, but they're not. The fire's burned the outside, but can't get to the inside of the tree. It's a hard one. And if you go back 6 or 8 weeks later, after a fire, the tree is growing new branches. So they survive the fires, but they need them to germinate the seeds. If you've got a naturally wet area like what's in here, where there are no fires, then there's no eucalyptus here anymore. They've all died out because there's been no fires. And other trees grow in these wet areas. So this is what we call a rainforest in Tasmania. It is a wet area where there is no eucalyptus. It doesn't matter what's here, it's what's not here. And in different parts of Tasmania, the trees in rainforests are completely different. If you ever go to the western side of our island, we talk about hue and pine. And our weather comes from the west, that gets the most rainfall. Hue and pines have evolved into those really wet conditions. They won't rot in water. You can have a log of huon lying in a lake or a river, you pull up decades later, and the timber is perfect. It won't rot. And the English use a lot for building ships because it doesn't rot. And because it doesn't rot, it needs to be very old. And we have individual huon pines on the west coast of Tasmania, individual trees that are older than 2,000 years old. Individual trees. Who's going to Crater Mountain? You want to go to Crater Mountain? Anybody been to Crater Mountain yet?
Yep.
You've been up there? Yep. Anybody going to Crater Mountain? No? Anyway. If you ever go to the mountains of Tasmania, the rainforest up there are different trees again. King Bitty pine, celery top pine, pencil pine. And there's another one in our mountains that it's called Notophagus gunni, which is a really long name. We shorten up to just call it Fagus. Fagus is the only native tree in Australia that is deciduous. Our trees are evergreen. They drop leaves, but they keep leaves all year round. The Fagus in the mountains of Tasmania is the only one that's actually full winter deciduous, is the proper term. The only one that drops all its leaves in winter, and new ones come out in spring. But in here as we walk through, I'm going to show you sassafras. I'm going to show you blackwoods. I'm going to show you manfern. Completely different trees again. It's just there's no eucalyptus. That's why it's a rainforest. But after saying that, there is actually one species you find everywhere. This one here. This one's called myrtle. The proper name is Notophagus cunninghamii, but we just call it myrtle. An ancient species of tree. The species has been here for more than 65 million years. And we know it's been 65 million years.
65 million.
Yeah, not the tree, the species.
The type of tree, not this particular one.
The type of tree. And we know it's been here that long. The seeds won't survive in salt water, they can only survive in fresh water. But you find this tree in Victoria, you find this tree in New Zealand, you find this tree in South America. And 65 million years ago, we all joined together. But we split apart. This tree had to be here before we split apart, because it could not be South America, New Zealand, Victoria, Tasmania, because the seeds will not survive in salt water. Ancient species of tree. Yeah. This is the only one you find all over. So we're going to go for a walk through. I'm going to walk in front, I'm going to talk about lots of trees. when I was a kid, I wanted to become a biology teacher. So this is sort of answering my call to nature. So I'm going to talk about lots of trees. This says 15 minutes, a lot longer. This little tree is called a sassafras. Now they grow a lot taller, but I can't reach the leaves of the taller ones, so I'll stop here. When the British were coming through in early colonisation, they were coming to forests like this because rainforest trees are slow growing, which means the wood is dense, it's strong. And they were using it for construction. They were using it for building bridges, building roads and stuff like that. And they come into forests like this and they cut down trees. But if any of them hurt themselves, they need a painkiller. There's no doctors with them. The nurses and doctors stayed in Hobart, they stayed in Lonsdale, they weren't out with the workforce. They weren't out with the convicts. And this leaf actually has a drug in it. They make tea out of this leaf to drink, or they dry it off and smoke it. And the drug will take away their pain. But it also has a hallucinogenic as well. So don't chew on the leaf, right? Because you start tripping. Do you understand hallucinogenic? Start seeing stuff. Ooh, hey. Now, yeah, Caroline knows. Lawrence doesn't, but yeah, so it's got a hallucinogenic in it, and they start tripping. And all of a sudden, they start seeing weird and wonderful things. But then it also brought out paranoia, and they start arguing with each other. You know, why are you looking at me? And why are you eating my food and wearing my clothes and arguing? Yeah, don't crush it. Yeah, don't crush and lick your fingers. Yeah, you'll trip in the bus. Yeah. The drug is meth.
Ah, this is what meth, they make meth
this
from
is
it?
not crystal meth. So all the druggies in the cities, they're hooked on meth, which is created in a
Artificial,
lab.
yeah.
Yeah, chemicals all chucked together. This is
the traditional, the original one.
unadulterated form of meth. So the actual proper name is methylene amphetamine.
Ah, amphetamine.
So, yeah, so it's meth amphetamine. But it's a pure, highly concentrated, very powerful. And the hallucinogenics, so started seeing things, and the paranoia, started arguing with each other and fighting with each other. It was a bad side effect. Now, if they had a broken leg, fine, they didn't care. You know, they were using this. But not for a social thing. Yeah. So, yeah, sassafras. We're going to see much bigger trees. I can't reach the leaves of the bigger trees, so I'll stop with the little one.
Does it smell?
No.
Okay.
You really want to play with that?
Brilliant. Don't want to make anybody jealous, but this is it. So, by the way, if you were asking yourself why this coastal area is called the Bay of Fires, it was because one of the British people who said to have come here first only was able to identify this place because he saw a lot of fumes coming out from the fires the Aborigines had set. And this is because, as I understand, it's harder for them to make fire on the island, so they always would move with their fire or set up fires and keep them burning. And to do that, it was more like hot coal that they always transported. So this is, don't ask me the name, I have to go in quickly because I don't want to be wet, but let us see where the light's good. I think if I spawn like this, is it better? No, it's not better, but it is nice. So I go a little bit in the water, but there's a lot of seaweed. I want to find somewhere where the weeds are not much there. Ooh, it's cold. It's cold. It's cold. I'm not going to go in. It is really cold, but I want you to see it. That is nice. I just want you to see it a bit, the coastline. But like I said, there's a lot of like seaweed or something on it. And then I'm going to, oh my God, look at that. I think I will put on the face tracker, start. Oh! I don't want to go in with everything I'm wearing, but I want you to see it. Look at that. Oh, Lisha, look. Absolutely gorgeous. And if I take a dip, I have to make sure my hair doesn't get wet. Let's get the water. Oh, I do not want to get wet. I need to get the rest of the beach, so I will go in quickly. It is beautiful. we've managed. It is absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. But I've got, ooh, honey, this is a good shot. Let's stop. I need to go get dressed, but I can't do it here because I think I left my, you know, what I need in Zaka. And they're probably waiting for me. I hope not. But let's go up and let's try to get this fixed as quickly as possible. And I don't want to be wet. That's one major thing. I don't want to be wet.
We got night flight.
Yeah?
Oh,
I should have done that. I
Yeah.
thought about it, but then it would have shortened my
gotta
time
walk
in
around
Melbourne
this
as
way.
well.
Yeah, there's two.
we had 2 weeks in Melbourne.
Oh, see?
So.
Yeah. You want your shoes now? Not Australian.
Oh my God. It's crazy.
So we're going to go up around the corner.
Okay. Oh wow. Here you see a lot of it. Guys, look at that. Look at that. That is crazy. Look how awesome this is.
Can you ever see whales here?
Yeah, I was just saying. So with the whales, so you mentioned whales in the song. Yeah, so there's a little dinghy. Oh, we call them tinnies
Teenies?
because originally they were made out of tin.
Ah.
Now they're made out of aluminium.
Okay.
But we still call them a tinny.
Okay.
That's the name of it.
Wow, but this is a wicked picture. Is that the magpie?
What's carrying on? No, they're seagulls.
Ah, that's a seagull?
Yeah,
Okay.
and the ones with the black wings, they call it Pacific gull.
Ah.
Magpies aren't really coastal.
Little darling, it's been a long, long, lonely winter. Little darling, seems so long since you were here. But here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. It's all right. Little darling, I feel the ice is slowly melting. Little darling,
The news, so many Nigerian dishes. Yeah. It's just so funny. So what is typical Launceston? What is a dish that you would say is just in Launceston? Not just, but you know.
So we're agricultural, so we're all about meat, protein, so beef, chicken, pork, or ham. Vegetables, because we're agricultural, a lot of farming, so vegetables.
Together. It's like 40 years, that's why you're not standing next to each other.
Come. I want.
What is your name? Yes.
My name
Yes.
Elias.
Elias. And your wife?
Aquila.
Aquila. Elias and Aquila.
Put in this vlog.
Yes, I will put it in the vlog. But you see now, the light is so, it's my sunglasses, that's why I cannot see.
The place we were there, right?
Yeah, that's where we were.
Top show.
Oh, where? Ooh, wow. It is beautiful. Wow. Wow. It's beautiful sand. But the trick to walking on the beach,
I forgot my sunglasses.
yeah, is to walk where there is a little bit wet. Then you can, it's a bit more, fast. So I've got Elias, where is he? I've got Elias with me from Pakistan. And I have never been to Pakistan. And his wife said if I come, they will host me. So definitely I will put it on my list. Pakistan, coming to visit Elias and Akila. Do you have kids?
Yeah, we have actually 5 daughters. 2 are
Wow.
in Canada and 2 in Australia. And
Wow. Okay, so that's why you're here. You're visiting
Yeah, visiting
your
my
daughters.
yeah.
Ooh. Do you have a lot of Pakistani people here?
Oh yeah.
Oh, really?
We have big community.
Okay. So you heard that. If you're a Pakistani young lady, you're looking for a Paki man, you might find him in Australia.
It's alright.
Actually, my eldest daughter, she has 2 daughters. Eldest daughter is in Canada. One is doctor, other one is he has done his MBA, and the one here he is an engineer.
Okay.
The other one is done his master's from.
He does stay in the car?
Yeah,
Ah, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Here it
Okay.
comes.
Wow. So a very, very intelligent girl, no? Nice. So guys, we are walking on the beach 1 kilometer. Look at how beautiful this place is. I'll show you a little bit of Elias, so he's in the shot as well. And his wife, Akila, recognized I was making videos for YouTube. So I've got a new subscriber from Pakistan.
If we subscribe, then I think maybe hundreds of Pakistanis
Will join?
Yeah,
Very good, very good. Share it with your friends because
Right.
you're going to be in the vlog. But this is a beautiful beach, huh? Like, wow. How far is from Sweden to Pakistan?
7 hours.
Okay, so not so bad.
Yeah.
So it will be like 7 hours also from Germany, no?
Yeah,
Sort of.
7-8 hours.
Okay,
Europe.
okay. Wow.
Australia and Canada, like.
Do you know what my fear is? I feel like I would be bored if I spent days on a catamaran, because it's not like a big ship where you can do stuff, no?
But then you can just move
I
and
saw.
just dock at beaches. And
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So if you're making stuff,
Get onto that main highway, come back on Launceston from the south. So straight drive, and here's Launceston, it's 2 hours and 10 minutes, so straight drive, we get back at 6:35. With a small break in Avoca, now look at 6:40, 6:45. But instead of going straight to the city, we've got a detour and drop off Liz. For the last 18,000 years, some of the species that came here have died out, haven't they? Either through competition for food or territory, attacked by predators, expansion of mankind, loss of habitat. There's different reasons why they might have died out, wouldn't they? So the ones that survive and
Here it
we
comes.
refer to as endemic. Explain what it means.
Little darling,
They're very
I see the smiles return to faces.
the male and the female mate.
Little darling,
So the female gets pregnant.
it's so good to see you here. Here comes the sun,
Underdeveloped baby.
here comes the sun.
I do hope you've enjoyed this episode. Thank you very much for watching. Yours truly, Liesel81.
And when they latch onto a milk teat, but also drinking it stimulates the teat. It engorges with milk, so it gets bigger.
Sun, sun,
It gets so big, the
sun,
baby now can't move. They can't get off the teat.
here it comes.